already we've had, I don't know how many calls on these couple tractors, but everyone's asked me, and I don't know, they're like, what's going to happen? I mean, is somebody going to collect them? Or, I mean, you know, and obviously not everyone has a shed like you guys have, but I mean, you got to keep them in a kind of climate-controlled environment. And I don't know, I told a bunch of guys, I think people are going to buy them to use them. You know, I mean, it breaks my heart, but
Well, when you compare what a new one costs to one of these proven models.
oh yeah, that's just it. I mean, it's like you say, I don't know. If somebody, me personally, from a collecting standpoint, I'd rather have one of these two because there's not another one in existence versus having 20 other tractors that, you know, need more batteries and fuel filters, and I think you'd be better off with one of these. But I don't know, from the using standpoint, it'd be pretty hard not to justify using one too, because you got tractors that are loaded out with what you want. I mean, you take the 7510, you know, triple valve hydraulics and axle mount duals and the E-range transmission, you know, I mean, it's like,
That's what people are looking for.
it's, yeah, I mean, that was the Cadillac of tractors when they bought it. I mean, it's loaded with options, what everybody wanted, and, you know, they're such a proven tractor. I mean, we sell how many of them with 8, 10, 12, 15,000 hours on them, and I mean, you guys have too throughout the years, and it's like, you see them all the time, so I don't know, what's a tractor cost per hour now? You start putting the dollars in there, 10,000 hours at, you know, $75 an hour or whatever. I mean, just look what these tractors can make you just from the using standpoint. I mean, it'd be a heartbreaker, but I definitely could see that too.
This tractor was sold new in Kentucky, Raider implement, and the guy was fortunate enough to be able to put the tractor away. Never been used. And he does that every so often, and it come time to buy another one. Traded this one in by Delbert. It relocated to Wisconsin. Still never been used. Never been used. It's been in this building since it come out of Kentucky. Never been in the dirt. Same as that one there.
And these 4055s, this is, you know, a U.S. one. It's not one of them foreign ones that have been brought over here. This is one that was made right here in the good old USA. There is a difference on them.
It's just crazy. I mean, like I say, you just look at the paint and stuff on these. I mean, you can like fall into it.
It's still got the paint on the manifold, you know, the original green paint. You know, it's just kind of hard to believe, you know. And
drive line, the knuckles for the U-joints and everything. I mean, it's really something to see. I mean, you talk about museum quality. I mean, it is, I don't know, I guess it is just like going to a John Deere museum at that point. And to find one is something, but to have two, I mean, like we were talking before, you know, when we run across like a 4455, if I walked into someone's shed and I found a 22 or 2300 hour 4455, you'd be like, oh my God, this is just
Holy Grail.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unheard of. It's unreal. But you park that tractor next to one with 20 hours on it, you're kind of like, yeah, this one gets overlooked.
just another used tractor.
And this thing here, I mean, look how many people give their right arm just to have this, to use it, to collect it again.
It's a proven tractor.
Yes, and it's just loaded with options and everything that you'd want, and
nothing you don't want. No computer.
No computer,
death.
no death. And I mean, you see on our used end, you know, when we're selling every day on these things, they just keep ticking up. And if I had $1 for every person that asked me, hey, do you know where there's a good, you know, 55 series, like, yeah, go find it, you know. And if the one does come up, you know, we hear about, oh, my neighbor has one, this and that. Well, you never find that neighbor, and that tractor never comes available. But now is actually the chance to see them, touch them. Well, maybe touch them. Look at them, I guess would be closer.
Probably
and
from a distance.
From a distance, yeah. I mean, so have good eyes.
You get to
know.
drive them if you're the lucky
Yeah.
winner that day.
Yep, exactly.
The tractors speak for themselves.
Exactly. I guess we'll know more on the 29th.
Right.
What we can guarantee, we don't know where they're going to go. If an end user's going to buy them, or if they're going to end up in a museum somewhere, but we can guarantee they're going to get sold.